What is up, everybody? I'm the Aggro, and I'm bringing you another installment of Armor with Aggro. If I didn't explain it clearer, this series is about counters, checks, and weird parts of the metagame that people seem to forget about. Alright. So today we're talking about trapping and Perish Song. Mostly Perish Song, because I fucking love Perish Song. Alright, so for those of you who don't know, Perish Song is a move that the user uses it, and both parties, no matter how many people are active, unless it's a rotation battle, then the only 2 active Pokemon get it. But all active members in the battle get an effect called Perish Count. Perish Count starts at 3, and after a turn, drops. After the next turn, drops to 2, next turn drops to 1, after that next turn drops to 0, every Mon dies. Perish Song only sticks on the Mon that heard the song in the beginning, so if you switch, you're fine. Now, that's where trapping comes into play. A common thing you'll find is people trapping you and then using Perish Song. In fact, it might be the only time you'll ever see Perish Song being used. I disagree. Perish Song has its own merits outside of trapping, in the sense that it can stop Baton Pass. If you can Baton Pass, you're carrying that the Perish count with you to the next Mon. So it puts a hinder on Baton Passing teams. It stops sweepers. It can, if you ever been stalled out by a Pokemon at the end of a game and you're like, God, I just wish this thing would die. Like if you had like nothing left to kill a Ferrothorn and that's his last Pokemon and you just can't beat him because it's a Ferrothorn. Perish Song, wait 3 turns, you win. So yeah, there are merits outside of this. There are merits to this move that you need to remember. It's a great move. It's great. Assured Destruction is always a good thing. Okay, so we're going to look at some teams. Or we're going to look at a little team thing I built so I can look at all these. Alright, so we're going to look at some common Perish Trappers. We're going to look at Mean Look, Perish Song, Prankster, Murkrow. Strong enough, bulky enough with the Eviolite to roost, protect, roost, protect, to get the 3 turns of Perish done. Then you switch out, and they die. Because they're mean looked, you can switch, they can't. Now, where does that come into play? When you're trapped with Mean Look or Infestation or Whirlpool, like you see here, like on these 2, these are the same basically. These 2 sets, Chesto, Resto, Creatoon, and Volleytoad, they're the same sets, it's preference. Like, Infestation can't be blocked by Water Absorb or anything, so keep that in mind. Okay. And as I'm talking, this is typically nowadays you won't see Perish trapping outside of the lower tiers. That wasn't always the case. Take a look at this. This is a Mega Gengar. Mega Gengar got Shadow Tag, which normally trapped it in again, or trapped most Mons that couldn't fight it in on it. They couldn't leave. So if there was a big bulky Mon like a Ferrothorn or a Blissey you couldn't kill, but they can't touch you, Perish Song, sub, protect, sub again. They're dead. You switch. This thing was such a problem that it destroyed most walls in the tier. Like, Mons like Venusaur. Mega Venusaur couldn't do anything against this, and so it got killed. Like, big tank Mons that you guys think were so powerful, they got screwed by this guy. And this set is still a possibility with regular Gengar. It's just trickier to do, because you have Mean Look. Gengar has access to Mean Look. So never count this out. That could be a reliable check to Blissey and stuff if you're having trouble with Blissey or Ferrothorn. Now, why I have Rotom here is because Volt Switch can ignore trapping, Infestation, Whirlpool, Mean Look, all that, and Shadow Tag. And Ghost types in general can ignore Shadow Tag. And then you can trick them into Perish Song, and then you can Volt Switch, and their whole plan's ruined. So Rotom's a great disruptor to all that. Then you have Crobat, and I'll show you Crobat. Crobat, Mean Look, U-Turn. This is the set that's meant to counter them. You bring it in, they trap you. Oh no, you take some damage. Let them get their Perish Song off. Mean Look them, trap them in there. Roost or Taunt, you can run Brave Bird or Roost. Roost on them, get that. Now that you're both trapped, you're both just taking away until the last turn where you U-turn out. Now that's tricky because some of them will carry Protect and they'll block you. But let's give you an example of what that looks like if you succeed. So you can see the Crobat's in and against the Politoed's turn 1. And normally, yeah, Politoed might switch here, but we're assuming that he has a guaranteed chance to get the Whirlpool off here. So I'm going to go for the Mean Look. He's going to go for the Whirlpool. Now we're both locked in here. We're both trapped together. But I'm not trapped in here with him. He's trapped in here with me. So I'm going to Brave Bird. I'm going to try and spook him a little bit into going for Protect early. Because the more Protects he goes for earlier, the more chance I have to get my U-turn off sooner. So he goes for Perish. I'm going to go for Taunt. Taunt will prevent him from... Well, first another Brave Bird, try and scare him. Now I'm going to go for Taunt so he can't go for the second Protect and prevent my escape. Because now I have a guaranteed escape on turn 1. On the last turn. He can't Protect and stop me. Sure, Crobat's damage, but you've completely reversed their Perish trap on them. Now they're the ones trapped. You can go into anything here. Obviously, these are the same teams. It's just showing you. And, that Crobat had no item. So. But yeah, that's how that can end up going for you. That's what that set's meant to do. You can play around sets like that. More and more. Now, Perish Song is being introduced into the 1v1 metagame pretty soon here. I think, at least. I think it's going to get voted in. And so let's take a look at some sets that could run that in 1v1. You've seen a Azumarill. You see a Azumarill here, which is kind of interesting. You're like, Aaron, Azumarill gets Perish Song? Meryl learns it through an egg from Lapras. Lapras learns Perish Song. Now, you could also run the Lapras here. Let me show you that right now. You know, Showdown decides to not lag for me. Yeah, Lapras has a ton of health. So this is probably the more viable set. But what I like about these sets is that they're surprise factor. So, Protect. And that's about it. You don't need to go for the trapping move because it's 1v1. So, you're pretty safe just going in. And Encore, you'll see what Encore's for in a second here. So, you could run Reflector, Recover on the Celebi, and then Lapras is pretty much the same as the Azumarill, just differently. More defense. Azumarill actually has more defense, so I like it. Alright, so let me show you something that the Perish Song set can do. We're going to go into a clip here against the lovely Aggro bot that I use to help me get my battles recorded. And so he leads with the Azumarill. I'm just a Mega Pinsir, so I'm just going to Mega Evolve and go right for the kill. I'm going to go right for the throat. So I do 58, but he has the Citrus guaranteeing him to live 2 of the hits. Living 2 hits is basically all the Perish Song Trapper needs. So he's going to go for Protect, I believe. I'm just going to go for the Return again. He goes for Protect. I go for Return. He's got me now. He's got me. Guaranteed got me. I can't do anything about this now. I could hit him again, it's not gonna kill. I could Swords Dance, but then he'll just Protect next turn. And he's got me. And he knows it. He Encores me and he mocks me a little. Like, damn it, my robot's learning. My robot's outsmarting me now in Pokemon. Good luck, everybody. Alright, so he beats me. Perish Count falls, we both die, he wins. So that's something that happens there. Now let me give you an example of Perish Song losing. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? What you have to be aware of when you play Perish Song in a 1v1. He went straight for the Perish Song. I went straight for the Swords Dance. I'm going right for the throat. He goes for Protect. I get another Swords Dance up. It's an OHKO now. It's a clean OHKO. This is over. Before the Perish Count can even fall. And that's it. Now that's something you gotta be afraid of. You gotta be worried about. That's hence the Encore. Hence why you bring the Encore in. And let me give you an example of... We have one more example for you guys, and it's an example of Perish Song Encoring properly, and here it is. So I'm gonna lead with the Pinsir again. And as he goes into the Azumarill, I'm going to say I know he's Perish Song, and I'm going to go straight for the return. No, this is assuming I don't realize he's Perish Song, because you're probably not going to realize it's Perish Song. Hence why I run this over Lapras. You have that moment of surprise factor. This is the surprise factor I'm talking about. You'll see. So I go for the return. He lives on Citrus. Right now I would have assumed he was Belly Jet, like Belly Drum. But he wasn't. He went for Perish Song. So I go for Swords Dance. He predicts that goes for Encore. I'm trapped. He's got me. That's it. That's the game. He can protect. He can do whatever he wants now. I can't touch him. I have to go for Swords Dance for the rest of the time. We are gonna die. So yeah. That's what a Perish Trap user can do. Alright. So I've talked about how to stop, how to not get trapped. I've talked about how to trap. I've talked about ways to use Perish Song outside of it. I've talked about why it's not used in the higher tiers, because it's a little too powerful. Alright, I've been the Aggro, everybody. This has been Armor with Aggro, and I really can't wait to see what sets you guys come up with. Leave me some sets in the bottom of her Perish Song. I want to see some great Perish Song users in here. Surprise me. Thrill me. And if you can find another set, my favorite is, if you guys can find another set that counters Perish Song like that Crowbot, but better, please leave it in the comments. I would be so thrilled to see you guys working off Perish Song and thinking about it. Alright guys, I've been the Aggro, you've been awesome. I'll see you all next time.